Here we have a 2010 model Honda CRV. It's fitted with the 2-litre petrol engine and has roughly 80,000 miles on the clock. As part of the service I'm doing on this Honda, we're going to do an engine oil and filter change. As with all oil and filter changes I do, I like to just pull up the dipstick. Oh, it's tight. Loosen the oil filler cap or take it right off, put it up there. Just allowing air back into the engine as the oil's draining out, and hopefully it'll go a bit smoother. My chosen tools for doing this job has a 17mm sump plug, so I've got a single hex socket on here. You can use a spanner if you like, whatever you've got. And I've got a pair of grips, slide grips, which are generally good for spin-on oil filter cartridges as opposed to the ones inside a plastic housing. You can get a selection of different tools like these which clamp onto the filter, and you put a ratchet in and undo them, but this particular one's for bigger filters, and I know this has only got a small filter. So as a rule these are a pretty good all-rounder. Good idea to have some blue roll or some rags. Obviously you'll need a bucket or something to drain the oil into. That's about it. Right, underneath the car, I've got an aluminium sump. Engine is warm, it's not hot. That's the sump plug there, which is 17mm head size. I prefer to use a single hex where possible, just reduces the chance of slipping and rounding things off. Got my drainer here. So the warmer it is, the faster that's going to shoot out. So I'll try and catch it in here. Not exactly shooting out, but there we go. I'll put that down there and just leave it for a while to do its thing. Okay, that's been draining now for quite a while. Slowed down to a steady drip. And before you refit the sump plug, you might want to check the washer. They're normally good to go a few times. Just make sure it hasn't been crushed or it's split. It's got an aluminium washer on this one. A lot of them are copper, some have rubber O-rings on them. But just make sure there's no damage to it. When you get your parts from your supplier, just make sure you got your registration number, and they do sell some new sump plugs and washers as well, or you could just buy a washer if you want to, just in case. I mean, the oil I got for this one is just a average kind of brand. Came in at about, I think it was £48 for 5 litres, and they recommended 3.7 for this. So at this time it's around about that sort of money. Obviously the prices vary if you do go for a different brand. Yeah, so I've nipped that up now, don't have to go too mad. Next we'll go ahead and change this oil filter, which is around the front there. So that's what the oil filter looks like, just a spin-on filter. It's a black one on here. You only have to do them up hand tight. Oh yeah, that's a bit of luck. I was going to say, otherwise there's a variety of different tools you can use. I normally go for these slide grips. Space is a little bit limited there, but you can get on it just to crack it loose, which is what I was expecting to do, but it wasn't overly tight. So make sure you've got your drainer or your bucket or whatever ready to catch it, because you will get some oil out of here. clearly that's going to be full of oil when I undo it. I have seen some people actually punch a hole through the bottom of the filter just to let it drain out. I like to go for the messy approach. So yeah, more oil will come out once this is released. That's it, just let that drain down for a little while and we'll get the new filter on next. So one thing to check before you put the new oil filter on is make sure this rubber O-ring, because these do just pull out, make sure it's not stuck to the housing up here, which it isn't. That's fine. As you can see on the filter it says apply oil to the seal face, so I'll just get a few drops of that. Put it round. That's just to hopefully make it easy to come off next time so it doesn't get stuck. Yeah, just hand tight. Little cream. Right, I think we're pretty much done under here, so we'll drop the ramp down and get some oil in the engine. I mentioned about the oil. The oil filter, again, same thing. Just take your registration number with you. You should be able to pick an aftermarket pattern part, one up, for under £10. So as I said, they recommended 3.7 litres of oil for this engine, which seems like a very small amount. I'm going to go with 3.5 and we'll run it up and dip it and see where it comes to on the dipstick. I always prefer to do that because if you go ahead and just whack in the whole 3.7, start it up, dip it, then find actually it's a bit too much oil, you've got to take it back up in the air, get under the car again, try and drain off a little bit. It just gets really messy. So put slightly less in and then just top it up in small dribs and drabs until you're as close to the maximum mark as you can without going over it, because having too much oil can cause damage to the engine, just like having not enough. Slightly different type of damage, but okay, so that's got 3.5 litres in it. I'm just going to fire it up and let it tick over. Oil light's gone straight out. You don't need to rev it. It's actually not a good idea to rev an engine that's just been started, especially if it's been drained and refilled with oil. It takes a little while to circulate. So we're just letting it run so the that'll do. So the oil circulates around the engine, fills the galleries and the oil filter. Now we're just going to leave it for 3 or 4 minutes to stand, and then we'll come back and dip it and see what level we're at. Right, make sure that dipstick's nice and clean. The vehicle is on a flat level surface. Obviously that will make a difference. Oh yeah, as you can see, it's close to the top of this marked area, I would say that's your minimum there and the maximum at the top there, and we're probably about 3mm from the top, so I will go ahead and put that other 0.2 in and then double check it again. Right, that's stood for another probably about 4 or 5 minutes actually. I've put the 0.2 in. A little bit difficult to see, but that is right at the very top of the like marked area there. So that's good. 3.7 was correct. Just like to be a bit careful when you're putting it in. It can, you know, save you having to get underneath and drain a bit out if you go overboard. Right. So sump plug is tight, oil filter's tight, dipstick back in, filler cap back on. I'm happy with that. As with all jobs, I'll give this a road test, bring it back and just visually check that there's no leaks.